This is the first vlog that I had to wait till midnight to record so that I don't have to worry about my parents overhearing what I'm about to say because it's very upsetting to them. Not that they have found out already. It's because I finally moved on from being a Christian. And if someone would have told me that I would have done that 2 years ago, I probably would have thought they were crazy. But it happened. I happened to stumbled onto a YouTube channel called The Ramen Trees. If you look it up on that name on YouTube, you'll find a guy who's an atheist who makes well-reasoned arguments using illustrations he makes on Blender, and he talks about the psychology of manipulative relationships using mostly religion to explain his points. And he talks a lot about the moral character of God and the various things that happen in the Bible that are outrageous that don't often get covered in sermons. Because like sermons, they always just talk about the moral aspects of the Bible and the aspirations that people should do in their daily lives in order to benefit each other. But the ramen trees goes in how like the genocides and the religious persecutions in the Bible. And I think I had an idea about it already, but it was dressed up in apologetic language. But the ramen trees goes hand in hand with which laying out in full that, of course, I wouldn't approve of it nowadays. So, I think it was, like, me moving away from the Christian faith, it was leading up to it. It was first off by the fact that I have heard a disparaging comment at the youth group I used to go to just for being trans. I felt, no, that was later on. I think the first one was discovering I was trans, and then realizing the amount of discrimination I would get for being trans. And I know that there's a part of Christianity called progressive Christianity that doesn't discriminate against LGBTQ people. Then there's the fact that I got the disparaging comment about being trans. Not directly, it's indirect. It's just a sermon I heard from one of the youth pastors. And then I remember I was like at the church I used to go to, and there was like the main pastor just talking about how the world is broken and there's only one solution if they all accept Jesus at their heart. And I thought that was extremely idealistic. It in no way addresses the material circumstances and not knowing how people are literally broke and most people are having a hard time affording rent. But no, apparently if they accept Jesus Christ, it would fix all the problems in the world. That really got me to realize, they're just, it's all in their hand. No facing reality. It feels like going to church, it just feels like one big emotional circuit jack. And if that's that thing and say, if it's how they get through life, then all the power to them, but that's not up for me. It's not how I get by personally. What I realized throughout my life is that I want to tell stories that address me personally and that I think would help people similar to me who don't often have... What am I trying to say? I'm sorry that I lost my train of thought. I'm just trying to say that I want to make stories for people like me who felt like they can't find stories that personally appeal to them. So that's what I mean. Yeah, so I think I would have been like one of the many, many, many millennials who fell out of Christianity if I discovered Richard Dawkins or Christopher Hitchens and watched their videos and read their books. But I didn't because they didn't seem that interesting at the time. Instead, I discovered someone like Jordan Peterson back in 2016. But thankfully, I didn't go down the reactionary time hole. I discovered FredTube shortly after, like through cuck philosophy, and I'm like, oh, Jordan Peterson's a joke. And then I got saved from that. Right, so that's pretty much the story if I can think of anything else. No. Yeah, I said before that I would try to keep these videos like short and well, I don't know if I said short and sweet, but try to work on the endings. It's just that I really wanted these topics to pack a lot more meat. It's just I keep delaying this video because I want it to be the right time, but I want to make sure I capture this when I recently gone through this revelation, because this channel is about capturing the emotional and mental transformation over time. And I want to look back at this vlog to congratulate myself, like being honest with myself. I would say that I'm an agnostic now that's leaning atheist, because as much as I still don't know like whether there is a God or not, if from what I've been lead to, there most likely isn't a God and I'm just coping, but that's okay. We can all believe what we all want to believe. I think now it's just that when it eventually comes out that I don't believe in God anymore, my mom and dad can just ask me all questions about theology and I have to get ready for it, unfortunately. It just makes me mad inside right now. Not as mad as when they ignore my trans identity. It's just like, I have to waste time thinking of the answers to the eventual questions they're gonna ask me. I mean, they're just more gonna be asking more of like a devastated emotional state rather than like as an angry accusatory state. So I think they're not that kind of people to get angry about it. Mostly like sad and depressed. They probably would just pray about it night after night, trying to get me back. But I have different priorities in mind. I want to get better at writing stories, and to be a better person, to be able to reach out to people, to make the world a better place. That's what I'm all about, and that's what I'm trying to figure out, like a daily routine with one day off in the week. Just make sure I keep my life constantly going in a marathon, so I don't waste one single day. And this is what this vlog channel is also about, is to make up for the amount of lost time in my teenage years, where I can barely recall anything except my time in school and the daily pleasure of watching anime in my bed. I wish I could have recorded about what I was thinking at the time. Of course I had some reactionary thoughts, and maybe it would have been better if I didn't have a vlog channel back when I was a teenager. But I would have, learned at least. Hopefully the 20s my 20s will make up for when I was a teenager. Because I really want to be more consistent with these vlogs. I think it's just one that I have not gotten better drawing yet to draw thumbnails, and yet I got off topic, sorry. It's okay, I think it's just like, maybe instead of trying to make it like a sole topic, I should just make little podcast vlogs from now on. Because that's just how it be. You know what? I might consider it. We could have 3 or 4 mini topics, and we'll try to make it relate. I'll try to make it all relate to one major topic, and that would be like an essay length topic. That's a good idea. That this is actually how good my this is how I think. It's just that I say things out loud, and they help me think better. So I think entirely in expression of words. That's what I also discovered myself recently by realizing I'm a contemplative neurotype from Trixie's neurotype chart. Just search up r/neurotyping in case you don't get it. So, I think now I feel way better. I was originally going to sleep feeling guilty that I procrastinated on a night of not vlogging, but thankfully my better senses came to me and I stopped procrastinating and I actually got this all off my chest. I think I'm not gonna put this in the what's the word that starts with an S that's on my second channel? It's like something just to put it up in the moment. Now I'm gonna put this off with a special title, and I'm gonna I'm gonna put a special thumbnail in when I can actually draw. It just shows that I'm not gonna be a better person just by one day, or 1 week, or 1 month, which is a disappointment, because I'm hoping that I can make a lot of progress in just 6 months, and I'm really hoping this all leads somewhere, because I don't want this to be like 2018 and 2019, the first half of 2020, where I just stumbled a lot. Yeah, sure, I've made a YouTube channel in that time, but I made so few videos and they didn't improve over time. So, I'm not gonna give up. I'm just gonna keep on trying until I succeed, and then I'm never gonna stop. Because that's my life motto, to be something special, that I'm never gonna be boring and normal.